Hello everybody, welcome back to my shooting guide where we take a look at the tanks in World of Tanks. Look at their weak spots, analyze their armor, and I will tell you where to shoot them at. Today we're going to be finishing off the end of the Russian heavies. Let's get started. At tier 9 we have the STI. On paper it has 140 millimeters of whole armor on the front and the sides, which is less than the KV4, at least on the front, and it has 100 in the rear. Stock turret has 170 on the front and the sides and 160 on the rear, but with that upgraded turret you get 250 in the front and 160 on the sides and the rear. But you also have to factor in the angle, which we will find out is quite a bit in Tank Inspector. The STI, just like the KV4, is a very, very strong tank. It may not seem like it on paper, but once you get angles factored in and everything, it's tough. This lower plate, just like the KV4, ridiculously strong, 190 millimeters of penetration, and it gets weaker as you go towards the meeting point of the upper and lower plates. The upper plate, it says 140 on paper, if I remember correctly. But look at this, 240, 250s, 260s even. You're going to have troubles going through the front of this. Your best chance is going to be this little hatch right here. It's only 218 millimeters of armor, but that's your best chance of going through the lower plate. Go off to the sides, ricochet, it may be spaced armor. I can't tell you guys right. It looks like it may be. As for the turret, this is the upgraded turret. So it's the one with 250 millimeters, what it says at least. 250 and 160s on the side. Yeah, good luck with going through that. There's not a gun in this game that can go through that with that angle. 430, 440s I saw, 446. Same thing on that side. 500. Yeah, it's impossible. Good luck hitting that hatch on top. It's only 230, but it's a very, very small target. And the gun mantlet. Yeah, you're not going through it. 665. That's just ridiculous. Infinity? Yeah. This gun mantlet, it's got Stalin in it. Just like the KV4. Except this has more Stalin in it. So if you're facing an STI head on, best thing to do, shoot at this hatch. Don't shoot at the sides though. Mainly this lower portion right here. And that's if you have 220 millimeters of penetration. That's if. But let's move on to the side. Very strong turret side, 180, 300, 171. So if you're shooting at it from the side, don't shoot at the top, don't shoot at the rear, don't shoot at the front. Mainly between this ladder here, or this ladder starts. That's going to be your best chance. Mainly between this ladder. That's going to be your best chance. If you go down more, you get better chances. Sides, it says 156, but I'm not entirely sure if that's spaced armor, so you may want to be careful about that. It doesn't say spaced armor, at least on the bars over there, but you never know. There is a very slim point right here. 150s. I guess that's not very slim. 153 down here as you get lower. Don't go down that far. So it looks like the tank stops about right here. So you'll want to shoot down here with this. This is spaced armor, but it's not much. So it looks like it's different. So upper half, right about along here, all along the tank, you should be able to penetrate. Tier 6s can go through that. But that's if you shoot right there. It's a small target again. Or just shoot at the side. Those will be your best chances. Looking at the rear. Let's say in ricochet right here. I don't know. We adjust a little bit. 60. Hundreds. This will pretty much shoot down here at this plate right here. It's a little stronger here. And the turret, of course, is strong. So you'll need at least 160 millimeters of penetration to go through the back. You mainly want to shoot at this circle. The lower, the better. I'll say that. If you go too far up, you get higher, but lower, it gets flatter. So I think that wraps it up for the STI. Let's go look at the final tank in this line. And at the end of the line, we have the IS-4. In the front, it has 140 millimeters of armor. Surprisingly, on the sides, it's stronger, 160 millimeters. And on the rear, we have 150, just 100, sorry. The turret has 250 millimeters armor up front, 200 on the sides, and 170 on the rear. Very strong turret. Now, I'm not going to talk too much about this, but I'll just say the main reason I didn't go down this line first is because of this right here. You're still stuck with 175 millimeters of penetration, and you have to get 60,000 experience before you can get the good gun on this thing. But that's a topic for a later story. Let's stay focused on the armor. The IS-4, unlike the IS-7, does not have the famous pike nose that we all know of. Instead, it's like the STI. Its bottom plate is not weak at all. 230 millimeters penetration needed to go through it. It's quite a bit right there. I know the IS-3 wouldn't be able to go through that, at least with regular AP ammo. As we go up here, it gets stronger. 200 millimeters roughly. Depending on how the person's sloped, it could be more. Will depend on how the person's angled. Gotta use the right words here. So it looks like this isn't a weak spot anymore, as it was on the STI. And don't shoot over here. Spaced armor looks like it'll absorb it, or just ricochet. Maybe it'll just ricochet because of the angle. So the lower the better, but try not to shoot at the bottom plate. Try to shoot where they both come together. You should be good. As for the turret, yeah, you're not getting through it. 636. 300s, 400s. Yeah, I see 890. 893. Wow. And you're not going to shoot at the top either, so if you're facing an IS-4, try to shoot at the bottom hole area. Don't shoot at the turret. It's too angled. It's too good. The sides of the turret are pretty strong. The weakest spot looks like it'd be around here, but even there it's pretty strong. The weakest is going to be where this little bump comes up on the top. If you can, shoot right there. If not, try to shoot further down to the bottom. About down here under this ladder. But still doing that, you're going to need quite a bit of penetration to go through it. As for the sides, those shoot up here. It's pretty strong. Even a chance of a ricochet. And it looks like it's about 170, 160 on the side. If you're shooting an IS-4 on the side, try to shoot up in the front part of this area. As you go to the back, it gets stronger. And there really isn't much tank underneath it, but the tracks do provide a little bit of extra cover, so you need to be careful when shooting at the side. It could be easy as 120 millimeters, or if you aim wrong, it could be upwards of 200 that you'll need. And for the back, try to make this at an angle that you could be shooting at. It's going to be a little bit tough to get through there, but depending on where you're shooting at. 130s, 160s, 70s. Looks like 100 roughly on this part. Again with the turret, shoot as center as you can. That'll be your weakest area. Turret ring is a little bit tough right there. Probably not going to hit that, but looks like the gas cans are 130s. Well, if you shoot the gas cans like off to the side, you're not going to hit the tank. So be careful where you're shooting. Mainly try to hit right here. Or better yet, just hit down here. You'll go through. So that pretty much covers up the IS-4. Didn't want to do that. Thanks for watching this video. Put in the comments what you want me to do next. Make sure to say like the American heavy line, American medium line, British tank destroyers, stuff like that. I'll start at tier 5, go on up to tier 10. So again, thanks for watching. Make sure to subscribe for more videos. Give this a like, share it. It'll all help me out a lot and I appreciate it. Till next time, we'll see you guys later.